Hi, everyone. I'm Sarina Fazan. We, of course, are continuing to talk about the coronavirus. I am joined now by Ed Georgica. He is the head of operations for the Vancouver Whitecaps. He also is the co-owner of a company called Coreshorts. Ed, thank you so much for joining us. And we were talking about the coronavirus earlier. How is it? How is it going right now in Canada?
I think we're all struggling with the same things as, personally as well as, mentally. For all of us right now, we've been locked down for just over 3 weeks now, and our players are at their apartments. We have a lot of young guys that are, new to the country, don't speak English, and we've locked them down in their apartments. It's a tough time for everybody, when we're just getting our season started, and now we stopped it after our second game.
Wow. And so and we have had the opportunity to talk for a few minutes prior to this interview. What are you doing right now with the professional athletes in Canada under your care? You were talking about delivering meals to them,
Yeah.
etc.
So, from our operation and our executive management's perspective, we've got to keep those athletes, safe and sound because there's some young kids. So we've now delivered bikes and weights and bands and like a mini gym to all their places. So we, at the same time, we deliver food every Monday on a company called Fresh Prep up here that they prepare their meals, and we have to be very cautious because some of them are their religion and what they eat. So we have to prepare different meals for some of the young kids where they're coming from. So Fresh Preps really assisted us in that and getting some of their religious needs met at the same time for that side.
So, coming from a head of operations position, when do you feel, and I know this is the question of the year, right? But when do you feel that athletes can actually get back on the field or, back on the ice? Are we looking at a very long road ahead of us?
I think we're looking at a longer road than we all think. That's my opinion. Looking from the stats of what from Canadian disease control is saying in BC across Canada is that we're not all the way at the top yet. We got a ways to go. Self isolation and self distancing is a big thing up here in Canada right now, and we got to keep continuing to do that to make sure that we're all safe and sound, from families to grandparents and all that. We still got a long ways to go.
Compared to the US, do you feel Canada is ahead of us at this point?
Again, I think Canada reacted a little quicker in some of our provinces on shutdowns in different areas. With our disease control in BC, we shut down about 3.5 weeks ago. Making sure that we're enforcing what we're trying to do and make sure people were self-distancing to control this. Your question is, yeah, I think Canada's ahead of the curve a little bit more than the US, but we still, again, a long way to go. And some people are doing it and some people aren't. And it's very frustrating when we're all sitting at home trying to do what we're told to do and other people aren't.
Right, absolutely. And coming again from as you as the head of operations, are you also talking to the U.S. officials here when it comes to sports?
Yeah, we as the MLS and other clubs all collaborate in ways of what other teams or leagues are doing, what they're doing for their players, trying to make sure that we're protecting the athletes and their families. So there's a lot of collaboration between the leagues. Again, it's a big industry, and this industry needs to get up and going again and to survive as they're all franchises, so they need revenue, ad revenue, and different things. So we're all talking to them. We're all saying the same things: is that keeping people safe and their families safe first.
Sports oftentimes can bring a community together. We love our sports teams. We love going to sporting events. We love being around sporting events. I mean, we get so excited. I mean, it just brings a community together. And I know so many people are disappointed, correct, Ed, but understand that we are not able to to participate in sporting events. So, what would you say to give people hope that sports teams are coming back and everything is going to eventually get back to normal? We hope.
Well, we all like to interact with people and conversations or have that. Well, as we're sitting on Zoom here today, we're doing that with our team. So every morning at 9:45 Pacific time, we run a fitness class with every player. So our fitness instructors, our head of sports science, they do a 9:45 workout. Then they do another one at 2 o'clock. And then the leagues put in implemented some different things on different days where finances, different things where education and these things. So the interaction through the internet is where we're all going right now, and we're collaborating North America wide, and that's going to be it for the next little while, I think. And I think I'm doing a lot of games online with family and different
Yeah.
that I've never had the time to do before either, because usually we're traveling. So my house is very clean and good because I'm a little OCD, and that's what happens. But we need to keep listening to what the professionals are saying, and be safe with everybody's family.
As a dear friend of mine, though, said, and as you pointed out, this, though, if you look at the silver lining, I personally feel it is a reset for families because we are spending a lot of time together with our families. We're taking walks, we're having dinner, we're playing games. So it's quality time, that's for sure.
There's always a positive to every negative, I think, and we as people, there's more people working out now. More people working out in their home gyms, or doing things in their front yards, or doing things that you've never seen people do before. So it's exciting to see that people react to different things. But at the end of the day, we all like interaction, and that's, I think, the mental side of anybody right now, is that the interaction with your neighbor or just your family. And with the technologies, in 2020, that we can interact with our grandparents or my daughter that lives abroad, those things, it gives us more quality time with them, and people should take that as a positive, not a negative.
I started this interview talking to you as the head of operations for the Vancouver Whitecaps, but you're also a co-owner of an amazing company called Coreshorts.
Yeah, Coreshorts we've been on the market for a while ourselves, and then we licensed our product to Under Armour for 8 years, and now taking it back. Um, Coreshorts it's a product for everybody, from postpartum moms to athletes to weekend warriors. It's a compression garment, that medically grade, that will help you if you got instability or movement control. It's for nowadays. It's those guys, the moms, the postpartum moms, because moms are still having babies.
Yes, sure.
Athletes are still working out. It doesn't stop you from looking at a product that is going to give you that edge. And right now, as I said a little bit earlier on a couple other things, is that if you're going to wear a product, you might as well wear the best product. And right now, I'm harping on our product, Coreshorts, but being in pro sports for 38 years and using all the different products throughout the world, and I've used them all, is that we built a core short with all those needs of the athlete and the individuals.
So, Ed, what advice would you give to the young athletes, at home right now, and what should they be doing?
You got to look after yourself physically, mentally. At the same time, enjoy this time, because as any young athlete moving up or trying to become a professional, you're training so much, you're doing different things. Take the time to enjoy your family, which I don't think a lot of people do, because we're all stressed and trying to make a living. Take that time, enjoy them, because we will be back, at some point, and we'll be back into that crazy lifestyle. We as a race will reset ourselves a little bit in some of this, but we are a fast-paced community.
We certainly are. We certainly are. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I perhaps did not ask you?
It's take those home fitness classes, do those things, interact, make sure you're protected with core shorts, and at the same time, be safe and enjoy life.
Thank you so much, Ed, and thank you so much for joining us. We really
Thank you very
appreciate it.
much.
Stay safe and stay healthy there in Canada.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thank you. Thank you.